Hello guys, it's me again. As you may know or may not know, boards are coming up, and I've been complaining a lot about them because they suck. At least studying for them sucks. A lot of people going into med school and stuff actually don't really know how boards are really set up. At least I didn't know. And when I found out that there were 3 of them, that was a big shocker. So, boards explained. And if you like these videos, definitely subscribe, like, drop a comment, just show some love, send in positive vibes. Thanks. Right now, I'm in the middle of studying for part 3 of my medical school boards. Essentially, medical school boards are split into 3 different parts. Well, technically 4 different parts for 5 different days. 5 different days, man. It's terrible. Boards right now, again, are set up 4 different tests for 5 different days. The breakdown kind of goes like this. Part 1 of the boards happens between 2nd and 3rd year of medical school. Some schools are shifting it to be a little bit earlier, like kind of like in the middle of your 2nd year. At least that's from what I've heard, which sounds pretty scary. But you know, essentially the first 2 years of medical school, you're studying for your part 1 of the boards. Part 1 of the boards is a lot of basic science, you know, pharmacology, biochemistry, you know, the fun stuff. And then great, fun stuff. Part 2 of the boards is a little bit more clinical. And you take part 2 of the boards at the end of your 3rd year, the beginning of your 4th year. There's a little bit more leeway. You can take a little bit you can even take it a little bit further into your 4th year. It just kind of depends on your schedule, interviews, and audition rotations and things like that. So yeah, that's part 2. Like an addition to part 2 is the clinical skills. That's another part of another board exam, but it's you essentially go to a testing site. There's 2 or 3 across the nation, and you travel there and you have to see 10 standardized patients and write notes on them, and you're graded on that. So that's part of part 2, but it's just another exam. Then part 3 of the boards you actually take after you've graduated and when you're in residency. Usually you take that part of the boards during your intern year while you're learning, actual medicine. I mean, you're always learning actual medicine, but, you're actually in it. So yeah, usually that happens when you're already in residency. So I had initially had my exam scheduled for, that first year of residency. But thanks to COVID, I complain about this a lot, I know, but thanks to COVID, it got pushed back. So I ended up taking it this year in my 2nd year of residency. So that's kind of a bummer. All of this is kind of a bummer, and all this is a pretty penny. We end up paying a lot for these board exams. One exam is, $600, $700, $800, depending on which one it is. It's just
ridiculous.
But yeah, that's my rant for the day. Enjoy me studying and complaining about this last exam that I gotta take. Pray for me. Hopefully it goes well. Send good vibes. I need them. What's up, guys? So today is the last day before boards. I'm pretty nervous. Been studying for a little while now. Had to restart studying because of COVID, but yeah, it's been a grind. For anyone that's gone through it, you know how much this is like pulling teeth. But for anyone that hasn't yet experienced boards, it's pretty miserable studying. Yeah, just going through material. There's just too much material to get through. But at this point, it's like trying to remember the things that I've already studied or that I've already learned. So yeah, just grinding through the last day. Usually for the last day, I don't like to do any more questions. I just kind of read through my annotations. Yeah, I go through some other like less intensive study guides that I have, just kind of like brushing up on some stuff. Because up until now, the bulk of the grind should have already been done. At least you hope. But yeah, been doing this for a couple weeks now, and it sucks, but it's gotta be done. And then once it's over, I'll be able to like celebrate. So for step 3, it's actually a 2-day test. The first one's like kind of similar to step 1 and 2. It's just like a written multi-block test for the whole day. That's what I'm taking tomorrow. And then on Thursday, it's like they've inserted these cases. That's gonna be a little bit different. And basically, they walk you through a patient, and you have to like choose the most appropriate test based on the vignette. So that's gonna be kind of new. That's why I decided to schedule my test Monday and Thursday, so that Tuesday and Wednesday I can do a couple practice tests and questions just about those cases. So hopefully that works out. I know some people are doing it back to back, and hey, more power to you. Leave a comment down below if you know this feel. It's pretty sad. It's currently 5:15. It's like my thing before test day. Just wake up hella early and try and like get my brain started. So yeah, I'm trying to do that. Test day. Day 1. So we're outside of Prometric right now. About to go in like 10 minutes. Or at least it opens in 10 minutes, and then we can go wait to be seated for our test. There's a couple people here, I think, already. So now due to this like social distancing stuff, we have to wear masks, and I think they've separated us into groups and people that can go in a certain number of people at a time. So I'm part of the 7:30 group, 7:30 to 7:45 group. So we'll see how that goes. I just can't wait for this to be over. I have like so much anxiety like before these types of tests. I think they never feel good before or after. So I just can't wait for this to be done. But what sucks is that after this I have another one on Thursday. So I just finished day 1 of boards. Yeah, sucked. You never feel good after any of those tests. I got some pretty crappy news during the break that kind of messed me up a little bit. I just remember turning on my phone just to let Kimmy know that I was done with half the test, and my phone just blew up. Texts from like old co-residents and a group chat, like a group chat that I'm a part of from my old residency program. Bunch of old residents texting. But more about that probably later. Not something I really want to talk about right now. So adding that onto this test wasn't the greatest, but at least half the test is over. Probably gonna just try and take a break for today, study tomorrow when I'm on call, and then Wednesday when I'm post-call, and then take the last half of the test on Thursday. So I'm on call today, but still gotta study, so we'll see how that goes. So finally up in the call room, I'm gonna try and get some studying done, but we'll see. Honestly, I'm just like pretty nervous about the test, you know. Now I gotta go study and be on call at the same time. So we'll see what I can get done. I just really want to just do some questions and make sure that I'm ready for the test. But, you know, it's kind of hard to study. Just been stressful. So I just finished a call. Basically, we have didactics today, and then I'm gonna go home and study before tomorrow. A couple things I gotta review. Just ready for this test to be done, to be honest. But yeah, glad I'm done with call. So, I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm not at home because I'm done with boards and yay. Nah, so after boards, I just crashed and I woke up in DC. Weird. Now, we decided that this past week was a mess, just because of a lot of reasons. One that maybe I'll get into in the future, but not now. Just because, yeah, it's a tough thing to talk about. But anyway, boards are over, which is super nice, and I'm so glad that I'm finally done with that. I'm praying that I passed. You know, you never know, but it's just nice to be able to breathe for a second. So with a long weekend, we're actually in DC, like a quick getaway, which is like super nice, just to kind of decompress, chill, you know, clear the headspace, like I said. It's definitely needed, and I'm just glad that I've gotten a chance to be able to do that, you know. with the holiday and everything. And being here has been awesome. Not having to think about medicine, test questions, practice tests, clinic, and just be able to just relax. So yeah, that was my boards journey. I hope you enjoyed my stress, if you could tell it on my face. But anyways, if you want to see what we're doing in DC, hop over to our other vlog channel, Just Story Life, and check it out. Yeah, see ya.